Part 51. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 501. It didn't take long for Supreme Yali to notice the Brahma ring. The Brahma ring is now much stronger than before, and it is already at the level of a top 3-star immortal treasure. Not good. Supreme Yali was instantly alert. If Ye Chen has been captured, why is the Brahma ring still here? Shouldn't they have been taken away by Xuanhuan and the others? Call out. Xiao Lu took action at this time, and many willow branches instantly formed a powerful cage around Yali Supreme. Supreme Yali resisted the urge to take action. She could tell that Xiaoliu had 6-star immortal strength and was much more powerful than her. Even if he used forbidden techniques, he might not be able to break out of the cage and escape. Besides, if she attacks with all her strength, she will reveal her identity. Fellow Taoist, you'd better not resist and explain why you are here. By the way, confine your own cultivation first. Ye Chen's voice sounded in the mind of Supreme Yali. Supreme Yali's heart sank. Sure enough, there was something wrong with Soul Xuanhuan and the others. While restraining her cultivation, she said, "Fellow Taoist, are you okay? I am a human. I heard that there are strong men from the Golden Snake universe here targeting humans, so I came here to take a look." Receive. Supreme Yali's cultivation was imprisoned to a certain extent, so Xiaoliu directly took her into the Xuanhuan Palace. Xuanhuan Palace has returned to the 4-star immortal level, and its strength is no longer weak. Ben. Xiaoliu's power completely imprisoned Yali Supreme. Ye Chen arrived in front of Supreme Yali. "Are you human?" Ye Chen asked. Supreme Yali nodded, "Fellow Taoist, I am a human being, but I don't show up much. I usually only solve some troubles for strong human beings secretly. I just heard about you, so I came over to take a look. You actually defeated those powerful men in the Golden Snake universe, and you have such great power." Supreme Yali looked very happy. "Hello, Supreme Lord Yali." Ye Chen said calmly. Supreme Yali's expression remained normal, and her heartbeat did not change much, but deep down in her heart, Ye Chen's words actually caused a huge wave of panic. "Fellow Taoist, who is Yali Supreme?" Supreme Yali said in confusion. "Her identity is known to only a few powerful people in the Golden Snake universe. Why are you pretending? I know your identity very well." Ye Chen said, "He used the master-servant contract to control Taoist Kinglin. Daozun Kinglin knows that there is a 5-star immortal powerhouse in the Golden Snake universe. Ye Chen is not 100% sure now, but he is 70% sure that the beauty in front of him is the 5-star powerhouse from Golden Snake universe. Fellow Taoist, I am a genuine human being. You can check. But don't look blindly." Supreme Yali said with some annoyance. Ye Chen's consciousness entered the body of Supreme Yali. He checked it, and there was suspicion in his eyes. It seemed that Supreme Yali was really a human being. "Xiao Lu." Ye Chen ordered. After checking, Xiaoliu sent a message, "Master, the result of the examination is that she is human, but I am not 100% sure whether she is human or not." Ye Chen asked in his mind, "System, does she have a system?" Host, "Yes." The system responded. Ye Chen asked, "You said you are a human being, what is your name, what is your origin, and do you have a system?" Supreme Yali felt reassured. It seemed that Ye Chen was not 100% sure of her identity now. "Fellow Taoist, my Taoist name is Yao Guang Supreme. I arrived in Hongmeng universe a long time ago and have been hiding to practice. I don't have a system." Yali's Hizun said, "She said a lot, and it sounded very true. But the last sentence directly convinced Ye Chen that there must be something wrong with her. You really don't have a system?" Ye Chen said. Supreme Yali nodded, her system was extremely hidden, I didn't believe Ye Chen could discover it. However, She really underestimated the capabilities of Ye Chen's system. Ye Chen's system was already very strong, and it had swallowed up the power of many systems. Sovereign Yali, I want your system. Ye Chen smiled and said that he immediately let his system swallow the power of the Yali Supreme system. Supreme Yali quickly received a message from his system that it was being swallowed. Yali Supreme's 5-star immortal cultivation level and her system level are also quite high, but she is still no match for Ye Chen's system. 2 hours later, Supreme Yali suddenly transformed back into his true form, turning into a giant snake tens of thousands of meters long, looking very ferocious and terrifying. The host has swallowed the opponent's system. The opponent's system should have the ability to disguise itself as other races. The system's voice sounded in Ye Chen's mind. The system digests the power of the opponent's system and uses the power of the opponent's system to enhance its capabilities in this area. This ability is good and I want it. Ye Chen said in his mind. You can disguise yourself as a strong person from other races, which is sometimes much safer. Good host. The system said. Supreme Yali, you are so ugly, how dare you turn into a human beauty? Ye Chen shook his head and said. You are the ugly one. Supreme Yali angrily said, from the perspective of their clan, she is pretty good. Tisk, tisk, I was still thinking about how to capture the 5-star immortal level expert from your golden snake universe, but I didn't expect you to come directly to my door. Not bad, not bad. Ye Chen said with a smile. It seems that staying here for so long is completely worth it. But it's not appropriate to continue to stay here. The Golden Snake universe is likely to have 2 other universes cooperating in the future, and more powerful people will come. Even if Xiaoliu has a 6-star immortal level, he won't be able to withstand it here. You are too big like this, please become smaller. Ye Chen ordered. Snort. Supreme Yali snorted, she still had some power to change, but she did not change. If you don't obey me, I'll have to kill you directly. With a 5-star immortal level of cultivation, it will be hundreds of billions of years before you are resurrected. I don't know if Golden Snake Universe will still be around then. Ye Chen said softly. Yali Supreme quickly shrank in size, and finally became only about half a meter long. Tisk, don't tell me, you look a lot better now that you've become smaller. Ye Chen smiled. Supreme Yali looked at Ye Chen with cold eyes, you'd better let all the people from Golden Snake Universe go, so that we can no longer target you. Otherwise, even if you kill us, we can still be resurrected in the future, and we will seek revenge from you strong humans. Ye Chen said, then I would be good to seal you away forever. Supreme Yali was shocked. Compared with being killed by Ye Chen, being sealed somewhere by Ye Chen would be more uncomfortable. Someone who has been dead for hundreds of billions of years may be resurrected, someone who has been sealed for trillions of years may be unable to break through the seal even after trillions of years. Think carefully first, and be obedient when the time comes. You may die. After Ye Chen finished speaking, he disappeared. Xiao Lu, there shouldn't be any other strong people nearby, right? No, master. Ye Chen let the 5-star immortal class space battleship go outside, he went inside, and then Ye Chen made the battleship enter the stealth state. It turns out that it is easy to be discovered, mainly because of the ultra-limited flight, all the power of the space battleship is used to increase the speed. Nowadays, the main power is used for invisibility, and it is difficult for a 3-star immortal level expert to detect him. Where can we settle down? Ye Chen secretly thought. He signed in earlier and got a 5-star immortal level sign-in point, but this has not been used yet. Soul Supreme, here in Hongmeng Universe, where are there more powerful people and are it still safe? Ye Chen asked Supreme Xuanhuan to come to him and asked. Where there are many strong people, if you set the check-in point there, you will get better results. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 502. Soul Seeker Supreme said, "My lord, perhaps Chaos Black City is a good choice. Chaos Black City is one of the top 3 cities in the Hongmen universe, gathering the most independent cultivators. As long as you keep a low profile there, you will be safer." Ye Chen said, "Tell me all the relevant information about the Hongmen universe." "Yes, my lord." Soul Seeker Supreme quickly passed a large amount of information to Ye Chen. 5 minutes later, Ye Chen had a very clear understanding of the Hongmen universe. Hongmen universe is a pattern of 2 superpowers and many strong ones. The 2 superpowers are Hongmen Palace and Wanja sect. Hongmen Palace has fewer strong people, but many top masters. Hongmen Palace is the oldest force in the Hongmen universe, and its strength is unfathomable. Wanja sect gathers many strong people from other universes, with a large number of strong people, a mixed group of people, and a lot of negative news. Hongmen Palace and Wanja sect, any one of them can match the forces of 20 or 30 Golden Snake universes, and their strength is far beyond the reach of large forces. There are more than 100 large forces in the entire Hongmen realm. Some have their roots inside the Hongmen universe, while others, like the Golden Snake universe, have their roots outside. In order to ensure that they are not annexed or enslaved by the Hongmen Palace and the Wanja sect, many large forces have formed a loose alliance, and the headquarters of the alliance is in Chaos Black City. This place is quite interesting. As long as you change your appearance and restrain your breath, any strong man here will not be able to judge the identity and status of the other strong men. In this way, it can be ensured that the strong men who come here can communicate or trade with the other strong men relatively safely. When encountering foreign enemies, the strong men in Chaos Black City can also unite to resist. If Chaos Black City does not have this, even without the Hongmen Palace or the Wanja sect coming out, many strong men in the alliance will fight each other. This place meets my requirements. Ye Chen said in his heart. When he went there, he did not think about being the king, just signing in silently. Under Ye Chen's control, his space battleship went to Chaos Black City in stealth. 2 days later, Ye Chen arrived in a city. This city is not Chaos Black City, but there is a special teleportation array to Chaos Black City in the city. There are many such teleportation arrays in the Hongmen universe. It allows people to enter Chaos Black City conveniently and quickly, and they will not be targeted before entering Chaos Black City. The teleportation array is unattended, and you can teleport by injecting enough power into the teleportation array. Ye Chen's powerful power quickly poured into the teleportation array. Not long after, the teleportation array flashed with light, and Ye Chen's figure suddenly disappeared. When he appeared again, Ye Chen had appeared in a huge bluestone square. The diameter of the square reached hundreds of kilometers. There were constant flashes of light, indicating that someone from other places was teleported here. Sure enough, this place is basically human. Ye Chen muttered in his heart. In the Hongmen universe, the strength of the human race is average. The human race does have 5-star immortal level strongmen, but the strongest force of the human race is not as good as the Golden Snake universe. But in Chaos Black City, the image of humans is extremely common. According to the information obtained from Soul Seeking Heavenly Venerable, when the alliance was established, the human race was the primary initiator, and the first leader of the Chaos Alliance was a human strongman. Many of the strong men who came here in those days became human beings to communicate with each other. Later, the strength of the human race declined, and the position of leader was no longer a human strongman. But this habit has been retained. This square is the center of the entire Chaos Black City. Why not determine it as the sign-in point? Ye Chen thought to himself. System, use the 5-star immortal sign-in point. The center point is where I stand. Okay, host. The system responded to Ye Chen immediately. The sign-in point was determined, and a lot of information flooded into Ye Chen's mind. This sign-in point is a 5-star immortal sign-in point, enough to cover the entire Chaos Black City. As long as he does not leave Chaos Black City, he can continue to accumulate luck. Comfortable. Ye Chen smiled. The 5-star immortal sign-in point is very strong. He can sense that he is accumulating luck rapidly. The accumulated luck will be very much in about half a year. Ye Chen plans to sign in once every half a year. Not long after, Ye Chen bought a sacred mountain. The entire Chaos Black City is very large, and there are many large and small sacred mountains inside. Ye Chen bought only a relatively ordinary sacred mountain. He doesn't want to be high profile now. His cultivation is only at the 2-star immortal level. Ye Chen wants to improve his cultivation. Come out. Ye Chen released the Xuanhuan Palace. In Chaos Black City, if you don't attack, you can't be sure what level of treasure a building is. Once you act recklessly, you will be suppressed by the Chaos Black City law enforcement team. Chaos Black City is not bad here. The Xuanhuan Palace recovers faster. Ye Chen said in his heart. Soon a day passed. Xiao Lu already has the strength of a 6-star immortal level here. System, you upgrade it? Ye Chen said in his mind. He captured many powerful people from the Golden Snake universe. The power of the Yali Supreme system has been consumed, but the remaining system power has not been consumed yet. Host, I will use it to upgrade the system. Do you not need to sign in when the time comes? The system said. Ye Chen said, there should be many strong people with systems in Chaos Black City. When you become stronger, I may be able to find out which strong people have systems. In addition, I can also trade with other strong people. Business is booming in Chaos Black City. Almost anything can be bought, including strong people with systems. In the blink of an eye, half a month has passed. Ye Chen and his friends are practicing comfortably and quietly. In the Golden Snake universe, the face of the Golden Snake Supreme is extremely gloomy. It has been half a month since he left. He still has no news from the Supreme Yali. This is very abnormal. When the Supreme Yali left, he explained that even if there was no gain, the Supreme Yali would send out news to report safety after a while. What force is it that is hostile to our Golden Snake universe? The Supreme Golden Snake gnashed his teeth. He felt that this might be a trap to deliberately lure and kill the strong people of their Golden Snake universe. With a 2-star immortal level cultivation, but possessing a 4 or 5-star immortal level space battleship, I should have thought of it long ago. This might be a trap. Next to the Supreme Golden Snake, one of his advisors said, Sir, maybe we can get some information from Chaos Black City. There are more kinds of information there. In addition, the other party has captured our people. If they want to sell some treasures, it is more convenient to do so there. In addition, sir, I think you have to let the Shadow Universe and the Purple Sun Universe participate in this matter. Maybe it is not just targeting us. The Supreme Golden Snake took a deep breath. Yes, they have to be involved. Sir, something happened to Lord Yali. This news is best concealed. Don't let anyone know. Yes. The Supreme Golden Snake nodded, and he immediately sent messengers to the Shadow Universe and the Purple Sun Universe. The three universes have a good relationship. Liun Pass was jointly built by the three parties, and the benefits of Liun Pass are also shared by them. 5 days later, many strong men from the three parties arrived in Chaos Black City. They quickly conducted a secret investigation here. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 503. In the Xuanhuan Palace, Ye Chen didn't know that there was a powerful person coming from Golden Snake Universe. Of course, even if he knew, he would not pay attention to it for now. Unknowingly, half a year has passed and Yechen has accumulated strong luck. Try signing in first and see what level of treasures you can get through the devouring system by signing in. Yechen secretly thought. If it is necessary to devour the power of other systems in order to obtain powerful things, then doesn't it mean that he uses other systems to exchange treasures from his own system? You should be able to sign in and get powerful treasures. After devouring the rest of the system, you should be able to exchange for better treasures. System, sign in once. Yechen said in his mind. He wants to see what level of treasure he gets first. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for receiving a gift pack of 4-star Immortal Enlightenment pills, which contains 2 3-star Immortal Enlightenment pills and 10 2-star Immortal Enlightenment pills. The system sounds. A 4-star Immortal treasure. Yechen muttered in his heart, this is pretty good. I got 3 5-star Immortal treasures from the previous sign-in. First, I just signed in at Hongmen Universe, and the second time was more than 3 years. This time it's only half a year. The power of the swallowed system was consumed last time. It makes sense to get a 4-star Immortal treasure by signing in this time. System, sign in twice more. Yechen said in his mind. The sign-in reward is pretty good, but Yechen is too lazy to exchange the powerful ones from the Golden Snake universe or the rest of the treasures for the powerful ones with the system at the moment. That way the improvement would definitely be faster, but it would also easily alarm powerful people. It's better to keep a low profile for now. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for getting a 3-star Immortal Summoning card. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Time Cube Strengthening Order, which can strengthen the Time Cube to the 5-star Immortal level. Yechen's eyes lit up. There is actually a 5-star Immortal level reward. What's more, the Time Cube has been improved, which is very beneficial to them. Signing in normally, it seems that it is still possible to obtain a 5-star Immortal treasure. System, strengthen the Time Cube. Strengthening begins immediately. A lot of information poured into Yechen's mind. The Time Cube has been upgraded to the 5-star Immortal level, and the maximum acceleration reaches an astonishing 50 million times. The more economical time acceleration is less than 10 million times. It turns out that the time acceleration at the economic point is more than 1 million times, which is a huge improvement. Hanjian, please pay attention. The Time Cube has been improved. The more economical time acceleration can reach 10 million times. You can gradually increase it. Yechen sent a message to Luo Hanjian and the others. Luo Hanjian was extremely shocked. She already thought it was amazing that time could be accelerated by 1 million times. It could actually be improved by 10 times on the current basis. Husband, if the resource consumption is increased 10 times, the resource consumption will be 10 times faster. Can you hold on? Luo Hanjian asked via message. Don't worry, I can still hold on for now. Yechen replied with a smile. Not to mention anything else, he has captured many powerful players in the Golden Snake universe recently, and he has obtained a lot of resources from the 4-star Immortal ancestors of the Golden Snake universe. At present, Luo Hanjian and the others only have 1-star Immortal cultivation. He himself is only immortal for 2 stars. The resources consumed are not particularly scary. 2 years have passed in the blink of an eye. Yechen has signed in once every 6 months. Yechen has signed in 4 times. Among the 12 times he signed in, he got 5-star treasures twice. One of them was a 5-star Immortal physique, adapted to Luo Hanjian, and Yechen naturally gave it to Luo Hanjian. With her physique greatly enhanced, Luo Hanjian's training speed naturally increased a lot. Boom! Within the Time Cube, a terrifying aura suddenly erupted from Yechen's body. He trained for 2 years at a speed of tens of millions of times, which was equivalent to 20 million years of normal training, and finally upgraded from the 2-star Immortal level to the 3-star Immortal level. It is easier for Luo Hongjian and the four of them to break through from 1-star immortality to 2-star immortality. They have all reached the 2-star immortality level in the past 2 years. Finally a breakthrough. A smile appeared on Ye Chen's face. Originally, he had the top 3-star immortal level combat power, but now that he has made a breakthrough, his combat power has naturally reached the 4-star level. This is still far behind Xiaoliu's 6-star strength, but as his own strength improves, the system will be stronger and he will be able to draw more good things. Your own strength is the foundation. With 4-star immortal strength, Ye Chen's activities in Chaos Black City are safer. A few days passed, and Ye Chen consolidated his cultivation. After settling here, he came out of the Hongjian Palace for the first time. The strong men from the Golden Snake Universe, Shadow Universe, and Xiang Universe are looking for me. It didn't take long for Ye Chen to get news about this. The powerful men of the Golden Snake Universe did not reveal their identity here, but the three of them spent a lot of money to place a reward in the Chaos Black City. Chaos Black City has a special place to publish tasks, and you can publish various bounty tasks by spending money. Tisk, tisk, you still think highly of me? Ye Chen muttered. The bounty amount placed on him by Golden Snake Universe and others is very high. As long as you take him and bring him to the Golden Snake Universe, you can get millions of top-grade Chaos Original Crystals. Even if you just give him the exact information, you can get 100,000 top-quality Chaos Original Crystals. The value of the Chaos Original Crystal is very high. For an ordinary top-level Liuli Realm character, if you can get a low-grade Chaos Original Crystal after working for a year, it is considered good. A piece of top-grade Chaos Original Crystal can be exchanged for 10,000 low-grade Chaos Original Crystals. A million top-quality Chaos Original Crystals would take tens of billions of years for an average top-level glazed crystal to earn, and even longer to save such a large amount of money. Even for a 5-star immortal level expert, this is not a small amount of money. 2 hours later, Ye Chen arrived at the trading area in Chaos Black City. The entire trading area is very large and is divided into various trading areas. There is a special treasure trading area, a special elixir trading area, etc. It's a pity that there is no dedicated system trading area. Ye Chen arrived at the slave trading area. You can buy all kinds of slaves here. All the slaves are locked in cages. They all look like humans at the moment. Even many of them are very beautiful. But don't be fooled by their appearance. Although there must be human slaves in it, among countless universes and countless virgin races, what proportion of humans are there? These slaves account for less than 1/10,000th of humanity. Among them, the proportion of those with outstanding looks is even lower. Guest, come and take a look. Guest, this group of slaves of mine is new, and they are definitely good ones. Ye Chen walked through each store, and many people shouted. Their basic cultivation levels are not very high, and some do not even have immortal level cultivation levels, but the bosses behind these shops must have immortal levels. Other businesses are fine. Without strong strength or background, things can easily go wrong in the slave business. Finally, Ye Chen chose a large store and walked in. This kind of store is very strong. Guest, just ask if you need anything. Our Shatta slave shop has all kinds of slaves, and we can definitely meet your requirements. An ordinary-looking old man in the store came up to him and smiled. The clerks in big stores are much stronger. This old man possesses the strength of the glazed realm. In a place like Kunpeng Universe, he is already a top expert, but here in Chaos Black City, he is just the shopkeeper of a slave shop, not even the boss. But if he was asked to choose, he would never go to a place like Kunpeng Universe. It is almost impossible to become an immortal level powerhouse in a place like Kunpeng Universe, but in Hongmeng Universe, it is entirely possible for him to reach the immortal level. Having established a big power in Kunpeng Universe, the annual income cannot be compared with this one. More resources and better development prospects have attracted a large number of powerful people to Hongmen universe. I need slaves who own the system. I don't care what happens to the slaves, but they must own the system. I wonder if you can meet the requirements. Ye Chen said. The old man's eyes lit up. Slaves who own the system are not cheap. This is a big customer. Guest, of course you can. I wonder how many you need. The old man said quickly. If his performance is good, he will be rewarded a lot. With more resources, he will improve much faster. Ye Chen said, as long as the price is reasonable, you can have as many slaves as I want. Hiss. The old man was shocked. This is a super big customer. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 504. The old man quickly said, Guest, if this is the case, my boss will have to deal with you personally. You may have to wait a little longer. Ye Chen frowned and said, how long do we have to wait? This, about 10 days. The old man thought for a while and said, his boss is not here at all, he is practicing in other places. Ye Chen shook his head, I am in a hurry. If we can trade directly, I will trade, otherwise I will find someone else. Don't worry, I won't rob you. The old man thought for a while and said, Guest, we currently only have about a dozen slaves with systems. It will take time to mobilize them from other places. Let me see. Good customer. The old man invited Ye Chen into the VIP room. Not long after, other people in the trading house brought over a dozen slaves. Called slaves, the dozen or so slaves brought here do not look dirty or bad. They even look as beautiful as heavenly beings. The clothes you are wearing are also good. Guest, they are all slaves who own a system. What kind of system they have, it is not convenient for me to disclose this to you, our guest. Our auction house only makes sure that they actually have the system. The old man spoke. Ye Chen said softly, having a system has become a slave. There is no doubt that the systems they have are just ordinary systems. The old man coughed lightly and said, Guest, that's what I said, but sometimes some systems are deliberately hidden, and even the owner doesn't know the true situation of his system. System, can you sense whether they have the system? And the level of their system? Ye Chen said in his mind. In the Chaos Black City, it is difficult to sense the identities of other people and the system to sense other people. However, at close range, Ye Chen is still relatively confident in his system. Host, they all have systems. But the limits of half of these systems are difficult to judge. Only half of them can be judged to be systems of little value. Ye Chen's system said in his mind. As long as other systems reach a certain level, it is difficult to judge the limit. You need to really devour it to know the level of the other system. Who are the valuable ones? Ye Chen asked. His system immediately informed Ye Chen of the relevant information. Buy them all, what's the price? Ye Chen asked. The old man immediately quoted the price, and Ye Chen shook his head, Your Excellency, this price is a bit exaggerated. If you offer a sincere price, we can close the deal soon. The old man left room for Ye Chen to bargain. After hearing what Ye Chen said, he made a new offer. The new quote is much more reasonable. But it's still a little high. Ye Chen was silent for a while and said, the price is still a little high, but if I can choose, I can buy a few of them at this price, that's okay. The old man thought about it and nodded. In fact, he himself doesn't know which of these slaves has a better system. It doesn't mean that the higher the slave's cultivation level, the better the system will be. Although some systems are more powerful, they have no effect on assisting training. Soon Ye Chen picked 6 of them. He gave a lot of money. You can recruit more slaves like this from other places. I may still need them in the future. After Ye Chen finished speaking, he left. Time passed by, and Ye Chen entered a relatively large auction house. Half a day passed, and Ye Chen conducted transactions with 30 or 40 trading houses. A total of 80 or 90 slaves were purchased. Ye Chen has basically spent all the money he got from those powerful people in the Golden Snake universe, but the treasures he got from them are still in Ye Chen's hands for the time being. Ye Chen has not traded these treasures for the time being. System, devour their system. If there is a very good system, please let me know. Ye Chen returned to Xuanhuan Palace Road. Not long after, the powerful people in the Golden Snake universe learned about the news that a powerful person purchased many slaves who owned the system. Even if it is a relatively useless system, the price is not low. Buying 80 or 90 slaves who own the system at once is not something that ordinary people can afford. This person might be the target we are looking for. The strong men in the Golden Snake universe, the Shadow universe, and the Xiang universe communicate with each other through sound transmission. After all, there won't be such a deal in Chaos Black City for a long time. It's possible. Since the other party has traded, it is very likely that he will trade again, so we will keep an eye on it. The strong men of the three factions were ready. Even strong men from other forces are paying attention. The bounty offered by Golden Snake Universe and others is not low, and Ye Chen himself has many good things. If you can deal with Ye Chen, you will become rich overnight. In Xuanhuan Palace, Ye Chen ignored the situation outside. He, Luo Xuanhuan and the others continued to practice. Half a year passed before I knew it. Ye Chen opened his eyes. System, isn't there a very good system? Ye Chen asked in his mind. Host, there are two systems that are relatively fat, but the capabilities of the systems themselves are not very good. The capabilities of the other systems are good, but the limits are not very high. Ye Chen's system responded. It has devoured and digested all 80 or 90 systems, but its power in this area has not yet been used. System, consume 1/3 of the power and sign in 3 times. Ye Chen said in his mind. Yes, host. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for getting a 5-star Immortal Time Crystal gift pack, which contains a large number of time crystals, which can be used to consume time treasures. Ye Chen's eyes brightened. Nice one. And they are in urgent need of this stuff now? Ye Chen got a lot from the powerful man of the Golden Snake universe. He also got a lot originally, but with the acceleration of time tens of millions of times, the time crystals were consumed extremely quickly. Ye Chen is still thinking about when to use some treasures to exchange for some time crystals. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the 6-star immortal level skill. Xuanhuan Universe Ju Luo Xuanjian is the heart of the world and is suitable for practicing this skill. This technique is divided into 5 levels. It can be doubled, tripled, 5-fold, 7-fold, and 9 times stronger respectively. This technique is very difficult to practice, and every level involves a catastrophe. Ye Chen was a little surprised. After practicing this technique, the effect was the same as the Universal Will Order. It's just that the Deputy Order of the Universal Will Order cannot be created. Xuanjian can actually use 6-star immortal skills. If she practices this, her practice speed should be much faster than now. Ye Chen secretly thought. Luo Xuanjian is practicing very fast now, but Enlangxiu and the others are also practicing fast. Luo Xuanjian's strength has not surpassed Enlangxiu and the others. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the 5-star Immortal Supreme Dragon Bone. A lot of information poured into Ye Chen's mind. This Supreme Keel is suitable for Xuanhuan smoke. By refining this, she can transform into a dragon and fight, and her combat power in the dragon transformation state can be greatly improved. Xuanjian, I have something for you. Ye Chen sent a message to Luo Xuanjian, and soon Luo Xuanjian arrived in front of Ye Chen. Ye Chen told Luo Xuanjian the information about Xuanhuan Universe Ju. Husband, I practice this. Luo Xuanjian said quickly. Ye Chen said, Hanjian, it is very difficult to practice the Xuanhuan universe technique, and if you practice this, you will not be able to practice other techniques later. If the training fails, Luo Hanjian will not be able to improve her strength in the future. Also, this is a catastrophe. Normally, there would be no natural calamity for Ye Chen and his group to practice. Of course, even if there is one, for an immortal level strongman, it can only be dispersed and cannot be truly killed. Luo Hanjian said firmly, Husband, I believe I can practice successfully. With my husband's support, there will definitely be no problem in the heavenly tribulation. Ye Chen nodded slightly, he was actually not very worried about the natural disaster. He can give Luo Hanjian various powerful treasures to ensure that Luo Hanjian's combat power exceeds her cultivation level. In this way, the possibility of dying in a natural disaster is greatly reduced. System, give the skills to Hanjian. Ye Chen ordered in his mind. In an instant, a large amount of information poured into Luo Hanjian's mind, and this process lasted for 5 minutes. Husband, I'm going to practice. Luo Hanjian couldn't wait to practice. Ye Chen asked Xuanhuan to suspend his training, and he gave Xuanhuan the Supreme Dragon Bone. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 505. Unknowingly, another year passed. As time accelerated, Ye Chen and the others had been practicing for 10 million years. The new technique seems to be very suitable for Luo Hanjian. In just 1 year, Luo Hanjian's new technique has entered the 2nd level. On the Hongmen universe side, her strength can already be tripled. Luo Hanjian's current strength is much stronger than ordinary 3-star immortal characters. System, sign in 3 times. Use whatever power you have left. Ye Chen said in his mind that he signed in 3 times half a year ago and got good results. However, 2 of the treasures were suitable for Luo Hanjian and the others, and the rest was a 5-star elixir gift package. Ye Chen himself did not obtain a powerful treasure. Sign in successfully, congratulations to the host Hanjian Palace for being promoted to the 6-star immortal level. Ye Chen's eyes showed surprise. This reward is good. Although Hanjian Palace is already at the 5-star immortal level, there is a 5-fold difference between the 5-star immortal level and the 6-star immortal level, and the value is actually more than 5 times different. There are definitely 5-star immortal powerhouses here in Chaos Black City. Hanjian Palace is only 5-star immortal powerhouse, so it is not particularly useful when encountering real powerhouses. It might even be destroyed. System, sign in and wait, let's improve the beauty palace first. Ye Chen quickly said in his mind. When the beauty palace reaches the 6-star immortal level, the chance of getting good things by signing in will increase. Half a day passed, and the Hanjian Palace was successfully strengthened to the 6-star immortal level. Sign in to continue. Sign in successfully, congratulations to the host Chaos Buja for being promoted to the 6-star immortal level. Ye Chen took a breath. Today seems to be my lucky day. The Hanjian Palace has been upgraded to the 6-star immortal level, and the Chaos Immortality Sutra has also been upgraded to the 6-star immortal level. The Immortal Chaos Sutra is now only a 4-star immortal level. Ye Chen has already reached the 3-star immortal level, and his strength has reached the 4-star immortal level. Although this technique is not holding back at present, the effect is also much worse. System, improve my skills immediately. Signing in for the 3rd time, please wait. A large amount of information poured into Ye Chen's mind. Although the Chaos Immortal Sutra will not improve his cultivation by a large amount, it will speed up the improvement of his cultivation a lot. Looking at the entire plane, the 6-star Immortal Chaos Sutra is definitely one of the top techniques. According to the system, the masters of this plane are likely to have only the 7-star immortal level. For the rest of the powerful people in the plane, the normal top 6-star immortal level is already the limit. Not bad, not bad, the 6-star Chaos Immortal level is much stronger. Ye Chen had a smile on his face. System, today should be a lucky day, and the last sign-in is scheduled. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host Brahmaring for being upgraded to the 5-star Immortal level. Not bad. Ye Chen muttered in his heart. If there were 3 6-star Immortal level rewards, that would be too exaggerated. The Burning Sky Ring is now at the 4-star Immortal level, and it has become much stronger when it is upgraded to the 5-star Immortal level. Hanjian, Anlan, Qian, Yan'er, I'm in a good mood today. I'll take you out for a walk if you want to go out, stop practicing. Ye Chen sent a message to Luo Hanjian and the others. A few minutes passed, and only Luo Hanjian appeared in front of Ye Chen. It's not that Enlangxiu and the others have reached a critical moment in their training, but they feel that it would be better for Ye Chen to take Luo Hanjian out alone. Hanjian, it seems we can only go out for a walk. Ye Chen hugged Luo Hanjian and kissed her, smiling. Husband, let's go out alone today and invite Enlan and the others to join us tomorrow. Although not much time has passed in the outside world, a long time has passed due to the acceleration of time. They should also relax and relax. Luo Hanjian smiled. Ye Chen nodded, and the two held hands, and soon they arrived on a busy street in Chaos Black City. The human race is going to suffer this time. Golden Snake Universe, Shadow Universe, and Xiang Universe jointly issued a message to suppress the human race. The power is too strong. Many people in Hongmen Universe will probably die. I don't know if the target of Golden Snake Universe will come forward under such circumstances. Ye Chen and the others hadn't been around for long when they heard some people talking. Husband. Luo Hanjian looked at Ye Chen. Ye Chen let go of his hearing. Suddenly, a large number of voices from further away poured into Ye Chen's mind. Throughout the Chaos Black City, many people are discussing the relevant news. Golden Snake Universe and others have lost their patience. 2 months ago, they jointly released the news, either he would stand up and release the powerful people of the Golden Snake Universe, or the Golden Snake Universe and others would take action. After this news was released, a large number of strong human beings in the Hongmen Universe naturally expressed their dissatisfaction. However, there was only one 5-star Immortal level strong person in the human race in the Hongmen Universe. The strength is not as good as the Golden Snake Supreme. The Shadow Universe and the Xiang Universe also have 5-star Immortal experts. This is the fate of a weak race. Ye Chen said in a deep voice. If the human race is very powerful, how dare Golden Snake Universe and others dare to do this? Husband, with our current strength, can we solve it? Luo Hanjian said worriedly. If this matter is not handled well, countless people in the human race will definitely die. Rest assured. Ye Chen smiled and said. Xiaoliu's 6-star Immortal level and Hanjian Palace have also been upgraded to the 6-star Immortal level. Compared with before, their strength has been greatly enhanced now. Ye Chen is not afraid of the 3 parties including Golden Snake Universe. However, how to deal with it to avoid casualties must be carefully considered. Just let him go? That's too cowardly. And even if he is released, he has already killed people from the Golden Snake Universe before. If the people from the Golden Snake Universe can't find them, they may still vent their anger. Hanjian, don't worry about this for now. Today is a day to play with you. Let's have fun. Ye Chen smiled. Luo Hanjian nodded. 3 days passed. Ye Chen first spent a day alone with Luo Hanjian and the others, and then spent 3 days relaxing with Luo Hanjian and the others. Boss, I bought a few system-owning slaves from you last time. I told you that I still need it? If so, please send it to the following location dash. Ye Chen sent out the message. He summoned dozens of people from trading houses at the same time. After receiving the message, their eyes showed excitement. If they give Yechen's information to the people in Golden Snake Universe, they can get benefits from Golden Snake Universe. Guest, our trading house has indeed mobilized some slaves who own the system. Soon each trading house gave a positive answer. In the last transaction, they made a good profit, plus they may gain benefits from the Golden Snake Universe. They are all very positive about it. We'll deliver it to you and we'll pay you immediately. Yechen said via voice transmission. Not long after, everyone from the trading houses arrived at the location designated by Yechen. But Yechen is not here at all, the person here is Xuanhuan Tianzun. Moreover, Xuanhuan Tianzun did not change his appearance at this moment, he just used his original appearance. In the dark, Jin Snake Universe and other powerful people naturally followed here. Friend Xuanhuan, what's going on? Immediately, a powerful man from the Golden Snake Universe sent a message to Xuanhuan Tianzun. Xuanhuan Tianzun smiled bitterly and said, the 4 clan elders, including many other strong men, were captured alive by the other party. The other party asked me to take back the people he wanted. Otherwise he will kill someone. Speaking of this, Xuanhuan Tianzun took out many things from the space treasure. Everyone, let's trade. All you powerful people with systems, I want them all here, and the price is still the same as last time. If you mess up, you will be responsible for the consequences. Xuanhuan Tianzun glanced at the strong men coming from the major trading houses. Having said this, Tianzun Xuanhuan added, this is what I am told by the strong man who captured our Golden Snake Universe. Please don't have any objections to me because of this. Many powerful people from the 3 parties, including Golden Snake Universe, quickly discussed in secret. They didn't take action right away. Fellow Soul Xuanhuan, what suggestions do you have? A clan elder from Golden Snake Universe sent a message. Xuanhuan Tianzun smiled bitterly and said, the other party seems to have a soft spot for strong people with systems. You can capture some powerful people with systems and redeem us first. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Dit. Chapter 506. Fellow Taoist Xuanhuan, can you allow us to check you first? Said a 4-star immortal powerhouse from the Shadow Universe. Xuanhuan Tianzun nodded, no matter what you want to do or what ideas you have, you'd better hurry up. It may not take long for an order to come. Golden Snake Universe and other 3 parties now have 9 4-star immortal level clan elders here, and they quickly began to conduct a detailed inspection of Xuanhuan Tianzun's entire body. Of course nothing was found. Yechen used the 5-star immortal master servant contract scroll to control them. Not to mention that they only have a 4-star immortal level, even a 5-star immortal level expert would not be able to find out that there is something wrong with Soul Xuanhuan Tianzun in a short period of time. Half an hour later, Xuanhuan Tianzun took a deep breath and said, everyone, I received a message from the other party. The other party asked me to leave and let you stay where you are. You have to burst out to make the other party sure that you are really here. Having said this, Xuanhuan Tianzun's eyes lit up, everyone, I told the other party that we can exchange our people for the strong ones who own the system. The strong ones in the Shadow Universe and Xiang Universe are okay. Some powerful people here in the Golden Snake Universe are very confused. In the end, they decided not to intercept the soul-seeking Tianzun and let him return. There are many strong people in Golden Snake Universe captured by Yechen. If they all die, even if they are resurrected in the future, Golden Snake Universe will be inferior to others for a long time. Moreover, more than 4 clan elders in the Golden Snake Universe were arrested. Supreme Yali was also arrested. Just this, the strong men of the Golden Snake Universe will definitely not let the others know. Boom. Soon, powerful auras erupted from the 9 4-star immortal level experts from the 3 forces including Golden Snake Universe, and Seoul Xuanhuan Tianzun distanced himself from them. Call. In the Beauty Palace, Ye Chen used his ability to summon the system. The person summoned was one of the 3 4-star immortal level experts in the Golden Snake Universe. In the Chaos Black City, if a strong person does not deliberately burst out his aura, and the other party changes his appearance, it will be difficult to know who the other party is. It's also very difficult to summon the other party. Now that all 9 of their 4-star immortal level experts have burst out with aura, it will be quite easy for Ye Chen's system to summon one of them away. Save. The one who was summoned was the most powerful of the 4 immortal powerhouses in the Golden Snake Universe. He didn't have time to call his body before it became illusory. Disappeared in an instant. At the same time, Xia Liu's power dragged Xuanhuan Tianzun into the Hanjian Palace. Kill. The powerful man summoned by Golden Snake Universe immediately burst out with powerful power. And he let many other powerful people in his space treasure come outside. Boom. The attack broke out, nothing happened to the Hanjian Palace. Golden Snake Universe, a top 4-star immortal powerhouse, also felt 2 extremely terrifying pressures. 6 stars. 2. The clan leader of the Golden Snake Universe is terrifying. Could it be Hongmeng Palace or Wanja sect targeting their Golden Snake Universe? But why? Hongmeng Palace, 10,000 Realms sect, and Chaos Black City are now relatively balanced in power. No party will easily break this balance. Submit or be destroyed. A low voice sounded in the mind of the clan elder, Golden Snake Universe. He immediately restrained his own cultivation obediently, and also asked many other strong men to restrain their own cultivation. The opponents are 2 6-star immortal level experts. There is no need for them to resist. If you are sealed somewhere by a 6-star immortal powerhouse, you may never be able to escape. Damn it! The other 2 elders from the 4-star immortal class here in Golden Snake Universe have very ugly expressions, and the faces of the strong men from Shadow Universe and Xiang Universe are not very good either. Forcibly capture the top 4-star immortal powerhouse. Is there such a powerhouse among humans? A clan elder from Xiang Universe frowned. An elder from the Shadow Universe also asked, could the other party know about your Golden Snake Universe's arrest of Shui Tianzun and the others, and then deliberately set up a plan? The powerful men in the Golden Snake Universe also began to doubt. The other party is too arrogant. The opponent's strength is also surprisingly strong. On the Chaos Black City side, the other party actually dared to take their people away. To be able to easily capture a top 4-star immortal level expert, the opponent should have a 5-star immortal level cultivation, and his strength is more than an ordinary 5-star immortal level. The strong men in the Shadow Universe and Xiang Universe have already retreated somewhat. So far, they haven't had any losses. In the Beauty Palace, Ye Chen asked the top 4-star immortal powerhouse that Golden Snake Universe had just captured to open his space treasure, which contained many good things. Your Excellency, you'd better not get involved in the grudges between me and Golden Snake Universe. To show my sincerity, I will give you something good, and put it in dash. Ye Chen sent a message to one of the clan elders in the Shadow Universe and the Xiang Universe respectively. Their consciousness immediately arrived at the location indicated by Ye Chen. Each found a space ring. There are several treasures inside. This is. The 2 clan elders quickly recognized that those treasures belonged to the captured Golden Snake Universe clan elder. Within less than 10 breaths after being captured, the person has already obtained the contents of the other party's space treasure. The 2 clan elders in Shadow Universe and Xiang Universe were horrified. They feel that the water here is very deep. Why was the clan elder who was arrested in the Golden Snake Universe so cooperative? Unless they thought of the possibility that the clan elder from Golden Snake Universe knew each other. And the opponent is super strong. 9 times out of 10, he should be a 6-star immortal level expert. That's right, with the strength of the Golden Snake universe, a 5-star immortal level expert would not dare to provoke him easily. In the blink of an eye, the two clans in the Shadow universe and the Xiang universe thought a lot. The grudge between me and the Golden Snake universe, I don't want to involve you, the Shadow universe and the Xiang universe. Of course, if you don't know what's going on, I will let you know how awesome it is. Ye Chen's cold voice sounded in the minds of the two clan elders again. The two clan elders of Shadow Universe and Xiang Universe quickly explained the situation to the other two clan elders of their own forces. Soon they had a decision. The water is too deep. It's best not to mix their Shadow Universe and Purple Sun Universe. Even if they are mixed together, Golden Snake Universe must give them more benefits. Chaos Black City is dangerous, let's evacuate Chaos Black City first. The clan elder of the Shadow Universe said. Agree. The clan elder headed by Xiang Universe nodded. The two elders of the Golden Snake Universe who were not captured frowned. Although one strong man was captured, there were still 8 4-star immortal level strong men on their side. There are also many 2 and 3-star immortal level experts. Still strong. The strong men from the Shadow Universe and Xiang Universe immediately retreated. What's going on? Let's go. The clan elder headed by Shadow Universe said in a deep voice, and he left immediately as he spoke. The powerful men of Xiang Universe also left. Damn it! Although the two clan elders of Golden Snake Universe were annoyed, they could only follow closely. They didn't have any sense of security when they were left here. Not long after, they all left the Chaos Black City and teleported to a relatively distant place. What do you mean? One of the two clan elders of Golden Snake Universe said in a deep voice. The clan elder headed by Xiang Universe took out the space ring he received. Look at what's inside. When did your Golden Snake Universe provoke a 6-star powerhouse? It is the consensus of all 3 of us not to provoke a strong man of this level. The clan elder headed by Shadow Universe frowned, and he also took out the space ring he received. For the sake of the long-term cooperation between the 3 of us, we will show you the things, but our Shadow Universe may not be involved in this matter. The two clan elders of Golden Snake Universe looked at the 2 space rings they took out in shock. They know what's inside. There is a high probability that the opponent is a 6-star indestructible strong man. He cannot be a strong human race. Withdraw the order to kill the strong human race and stop causing trouble. Agree. The strong men from Xiang Universe and Shadow Universe quickly expressed their stance, and the elders of the 2 clans from Golden Snake Universe naturally agreed. After provoking a 6-star immortal level expert, I don't know how it will end. If we provoke a strong human being at this time, the Golden Snake Universe will be in great trouble. Even if the human race is not particularly powerful, there are still 4 or 5-star immortal level experts. Soon, Ye Chen got the news that the killing order against the human race by Golden Snake Universe and others was withdrawn. I don't know when I can contact the 5-star immortal master Xianqing Supreme from the human race. Ye Chen secretly thought. If he could get in touch, Ye Chen would like to trade with the other party to make the other party stronger. Xianqing Supreme. Ye Chen sent out the message. He learned about the soul aura of Supreme Xianqing from Luo Hongjian. Luo Hongjian got the information from Shui Yutianzun. Ye Chen was stunned. Supreme Xianqing disappeared without a trace, and it was difficult for Shui Yutianzun to contact him. Ye Chen didn't hold out much hope. But now Ye Chen discovered that his subpoena was successful. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 507. Who is your excellency? The Supreme Xianqing sent a message to Ye Chen, and a deep voice sounded in Ye Chen's mind. Under normal circumstances, it was impossible for Ye Chen to send a message to him. He knew that the Golden Snake Universe and others had issued a killing order against the human race, So he came here to take a look. The 9 elders of the Golden Snake universe and others had just burst out with a strong momentum. He felt that if there were really strong human race people here, they might need help at this time. So the Supreme Xianqing let go of the request. As long as the strangers are strong and know his soul breath, they can send him a message directly. Supreme Xianqing, I am Yechen, a human race. My wife's master is Shui Yutianzun. Yechen sent a voice message. The Supreme Xianqing showed surprise in his eyes. Daiyu Yechen, are you dealing with the strong men of the Golden Snake universe? Do you have the strength of a 5-star immortal level? The 6-star immortal Supreme Xianqing dared not think about it. The 6-star immortal level strong men in the entire Hongmeng realm can be counted on 2 hands. There are countless races in the Hongmeng realm. Supreme Xianqing, it is true that I am dealing with the strong men of the Golden Snake universe. The strong men of the Golden Snake universe wanted to kill my wife and Shui Yutianzun, which led to Shui Yutianzun's self-destruction. They have to pay the price. Supreme Xianqing took a deep breath. Daiyu Yechen, your courage is much stronger than mine, but you still have to pay attention to the consequences of your actions. The strength of our human race is already quite average. If it is much weaker, then there may be no place for our human race in the Hongmeng universe at that time. Of course, Daiyu Yechen's actions this time are very beautiful. The Golden Snake universe and others suffered a loss, and they even revoked the killing order against the human race. Yechen smiled. It seems that Supreme Xianqing is still easy to talk to. According to Luo Hanjian, Shui Yutianzun told her that Supreme Xianqing has done a lot for the human race. If it weren't for him, a 5-star immortal level strongman, the human race would have a lower status in the Hongmeng universe. In a place like the Hongmeng universe, thousands of races compete, and weak races will be eliminated. Supreme Xianqing, don't leave Chaos Black City for the time being. I'll give you something good when the time comes. Yechen transmitted his voice. Supreme Xuanqing's heart moved. Could it be that Yechen wanted to open the space treasures of the strong men in the Golden Snake universe, or let them remove the recognition of some treasures? In terms of treasures, he really lacked them. Supreme Xianqing already has a 5-star immortal level of cultivation, but his attack treasures and defense treasures are now only 4-star immortal level. Compared to the cultivation of Supreme Xianqing, this is very shabby. For the strong who have not joined a powerful force, this is a more normal state. Like Yechen, who can easily sign in to get 5-star or even 6-star treasures, that is an anomaly among anomalies. Daiyu Yechen, is this appropriate? I don't have anything good to give you. Supreme Xianqing transmitted his voice. How about this? I catch some guys with systems for you. You seem to be collecting systems. Supreme Xianqing doesn't want to take Yechen's benefits for nothing. With his 5-star immortal level cultivation, it is not difficult to catch some guys with systems. Okay. Yechen sent a voice message, let's talk again in a year. At present, Yechen does not have a powerful treasure to give to Xianqing Supreme, and the 4 swords of Zhu Xian cannot be given out. But Yechen believes that if he signs in 6 times in a year, he should be able to get the treasure he wants. Okay. Xianqing Supreme left quickly, and he had to hurry up and take down some guys. Half a year passed. The system devoured a lot of system power. The second time, Yechen traded with major trading houses to get more powerful people with systems. There are 200 or 300 in total. But half of them are basically waste and not worth much. There are a few good ones. Only those few systems that contain a lot of energy are worth the cost for Yechen. System, consume half of your power to sign in 3 times. Try to get powerful treasures that Xianqing Supreme can use. Yechen said in his mind. The current training speed of him and Luo Hanjian has basically reached the limit, and their strength is impossible to improve a lot in a short time. Xianqing Supreme, give him a powerful treasure, his strength can be greatly improved. Only when his strength is improved, the human race can be tougher. The forces such as the Golden Snake Universe dare not easily issue a killing order to the human race. Sign in successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the 6-star immortal level Chaos Cauldron, which can suppress everything in the world. A lot of information poured into Yechen's mind. Yechen's eyes lit up. This Chaos Cauldron is very good. It can suppress everything in the world, has a strong attack power, and it also has a strong defense power. This treasure can be given to Xuanhuan Supreme. Xuanhuan Supreme's combat power is only an ordinary 5-star immortal level, and his strength is lowered by a relatively poor treasure. Using this, Xuanhuan Supreme's strength should be able to reach the top 5-star immortal level. Yechen said in his heart. Yechen didn't feel bad about giving away the Chaos Cauldron. He only has the cultivation of 3-star immortal level, and he can't recognize such a treasure as the owner now. Xiaolu and Hanjian Palace are 6-star immortals, but they don't need to recognize their master. System, sign in to get what Hanjian and I need. Yechen said in his mind. Giving Xuanhuan Supreme a 6-star immortal treasure is enough. Yes, host. The system continues to sign in. In the blink of an eye, another half-year passed, and it was the time agreed by Yechen and Supreme Xuanhuan. Fellow Taoist Xuanhuan. Yechen sent out the message. Fellow Taoist Yechen, I have captured some people, how can I give them to you? Supreme Xuanhuan said in a message. Yechen directly told the location of Hanjian Palace. He still trusts Supreme Xuanhuan, and more importantly, he trusts his own strength. If Supreme Xuanhuan does something evil, he will die miserably. Fellow Taoist Yechen, are you too careless to expose your hiding place? What if I want to harm you? Supreme Xuanhuan shook his head when he saw Yechen. Yechen looked at Supreme Xuanhuan and felt a little strange. Supreme Xuanhuan actually gave him a more cordial feeling. Host, Supreme Xuanhuan is probably from the same plane as you. The voice of Yechen's system sounded in his mind. System, are you saying that he comes from the plane before I traveled through? It's very possible. Yechen was pleasantly surprised. Did he meet a fellow countryman? Supreme Xuanhuan, you probably wouldn't do that. Yechen chuckled. Supreme Xuanhuan shook his head. Fellow Taoist Yechen, don't trust people easily, otherwise even if your strength is good, you may not survive too long. I have seen this kind of thing many times. Having said this, Supreme Xuanhuan took out a space ring. Fellow Taoist Yechen, there are dozens of powerful people with systems that I have captured here. They are not good people. You can kill them as you wish. Don't worry about the treasure. It's okay if you don't have it. Pay attention to protecting yourself. The stronger our human race is, the safer each other will be. Xuanhuan Supreme Dao. Yechen looked at Supreme Xuanhuan with some surprise. If he had no treasure, Supreme Xuanhuan was going to give him dozens of powerful people with systems for nothing. You can get a lot of money by selling them. Fellow Taoist Xuanhuan, are you so generous? Yechen chuckled. Let's go. Supreme Xuanhuan was ready to leave. Slow. Yechen quickly said, Supreme Xuanhuan, you are so generous, I can't be stingy, right? This is a treasure for you. Yechen said and took out the 6-star immortal Chaos Cauldron. Supreme Xuanhuan stared blankly at the Chaos Cauldron that was half a man tall in front of him. From it, Supreme Xuanhuan felt an extremely powerful aura. 5-star, no, this is a 6-star immortal treasure. Supreme Xuanhuan said with a trembling voice. He couldn't believe it. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 508. Yechen nodded. Xuanhuan Supreme, this is indeed a 6-star immortal treasure. Supreme Xuanhuan took a deep breath. He looked away from the Chaos Cauldron with difficulty. Fellow Taoist Yechen, this This treasure is too precious, I can't have it. Supreme Xianqing declined. Ye Chen smiled and said, Supreme Xianqing, didn't you just plan to give me those powerful people who own the system for free? That's different. Sell them all, and at most you can get an ordinary 3-star immortal treasure. Xianqing Supreme Deo. The difference in value between ordinary 3-star immortal treasures and Ye Chen 6-star immortal treasures is 200 times. It is worth mentioning that although Xianqing Supreme caught those guys in 1 year, he may not be able to catch the same number of people if he is given another 10 years. What he knows, he has already caught most of them. Supreme Xianqing, I have other treasures, and this one is just right for you. Didn't you say that it would be good for everyone if we have more top experts in the human race? Ye Chen smiled and said, if you feel bad about it, just bring me some strong people with systems in the future. Supreme Xianqing looked at the chaos cauldron, fellow Taoist Ye Chen, if you auction this treasure, you can get many powerful people with systems. Ye Chen said with a smile, I have another reason to give you this treasure. What reason? Supreme Xianqing felt a little weird. When do you need a reason for giving something to someone? You are my fellow countryman. Ye Chen smiled. Supreme Xianqing was silent for a while and said, fellow Taoist Ye Chen, I am definitely not your fellow countryman. He is not from this plane. Ye Chen said, you want to say that you are not from this plane? You. Supreme Xianqing looked at Ye Chen in disbelief. Ye Chen said, I traveled here from another plane, and I feel a familiar aura from your body. We should be from the same plane. Supreme Xianqing said in a trembling voice, fellow Taoist Ye Chen, are you also coming from the Yanhuang plane? The Yanhuang plane. Ye Chen fell into memories, because of the 2 words Yanhuang. System, am I coming from the Yanhuang plane? Yes, host. Ye Chen looked at Xianqing Supreme, and he nodded slightly, I came from the Yanhuang plane. Supreme Xianqing is a 5-star immortal powerhouse, but his eyes are flashing with tears now. Back then, we were defeated in the Yanhuang plane and our ranking in the plane plummeted. I had no choice but to leave. This departure has lasted for 100,000 epochs. Supreme Xianqing took out a bottle of strong wine and took a big gulp. But with his 5-star immortal cultivation level, no matter how good the liquor is, it is unlikely that he will get drunk. An era is 1 trillion years. It has been a billion years since Supreme Xianqing left. Ye Chen secretly gasped, this time is really too long. Fellow Daoist Ye Chen, you must have left at that time, right? The plane war failed, and it has become difficult for us in the Yanhuang plane to give birth to immortal level experts. Even becoming an immortal level strongman is difficult. Supreme Xianqing said bitterly. Ye Chen said in his mind, system, do you know about this plane war? The system was silent for a while and said, I know, that happened a long time ago in your era, host. When the Yanhuang plane was at its highest, the plane ranking reached 9th. Back then, there were many masters in the Yanhuang plane. Host, your current strength was average in the Yanhuang plane back then. The strength in the Yanhuang plane was much stronger than this plane. Ye Chen felt that the system had hidden a lot of things from him. System, you never told me this. Tell me what else you are hiding from me. My strength is not weak now. We have been together for so many years. Ye Chen said in his mind. The system sighed softly, back then, when the plane war failed, many strong men in the Yanhuang plane did not choose to escape even though they knew they would lose. They gave up their eternal life. In addition, my own system refined a treasure called the Heart of Yanhuang. The Heart of Yanhuang is a treasure above the 9 stars. Ye Chen instantly thought of a possibility, system, you are the Heart of Yanhuang. The system said, that's right. After it was refined back then, the Heart of Yanhuang could not be used immediately. The Heart of Yanhuang had been wandering in the plane and fell on a planet. This planet is the Earth. Some of the power spilled out from the Xuanhuan heart gradually brought life to the Earth. Some of them are talented and have some strength. This period is the prehistoric period, but the Xuanhuan heart still cannot recognize its master at this time. Later, the heart of Xuanhuan fell silent, and the prehistoric period, the age of mythology, etc. all ended. Host, you were lucky enough to pick up the heart of Xuanhuan and successfully recognized it as its master. It's difficult for you to develop and improve in the Xuanhuan plane. Fortunately, you are an ordinary person. I spent a lot of power and brought your soul across. Yechen said doubtfully, System, that's not right. You were hiding it back then. If I didn't scold you, I'm afraid you would still be stubborn. System. Host, your talent in this life is average. I wanted you to get through this life and give you a better birth when you are reincarnated. I didn't expect you to stop cursing and cancel the system's recognition of the master. I really asked you to cancel the recognition of the master. It may be difficult to recognize the master again. Although you were a bit useless at the beginning of this life, you could only make use of the waste at that time. Yechen. He suspected that the system was deliberately retaliating. System, let me slow down. You have too much information. Yechen also took out a wine pot and took a sip for himself. He and Xianqing Supreme drank in silence. After a long time, Xianqing Supreme said bitterly, Daiyu Yechen, do you think we can go back? When I came here, I only had a 1-star immortal level cultivation. After so much effort, I finally have a 5-star immortal level cultivation. It's hard to leave. It's even harder to return to the Xuanhuan plane. Yechen said, Xianqing Supreme, how can I leave this plane, do you know? Xianqing Supreme nodded, I have lived for so many years, this seat naturally knows. There are 3 ways to leave. The first is to get the master of the plane. Agree. The second way is to become the master of the supreme universe. The third way is to be taken away by a master who is more powerful than the master of the plane. Yechen said, the third way can be ruled out directly. The first way is that the master of the plane will sleep for a very long time, and even if he wakes up, he may not agree. Supreme Xianqing smiled bitterly and said, that's right, so, there are 3 ways, but in fact there is only one way. How easy is it to become the master of the supreme universe? There are only 5 supreme universes in total. Speaking of this, Supreme Xianqing sighed. In fact, we don't need to think too much. It's good enough if we can do our best to keep the human race strongmen on the Hongmen universe alive. Even if you become the master of the supreme universe and leave this plane, what will happen if you go back? The plane ranking of the Xuanhuan universe must be very low now. Unless dash. Yechen asked in confusion, unless what? Xianqing Supreme transmitted, unless you become the master of this plane, he. Then you can merge this plane into the Xuanhuan plane. It is possible to bring the Xuanhuan plane back to life. Yechen narrowed his eyes. The leader of the underworld cult, doesn't he just want to replace the master of this plane? Replacing the master, don't think about it for the time being. Then think about how to become the master of the Hongmen universe first. Yechen said in his heart. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 509. Sovereign Xianqing, do you have a treasure that can accelerate time? Yechen asked. Supreme Xianqing nodded, there is a 3-star immortal time treasure. With my current 5-star immortal cultivation level, that thing is very ineffective. Do you need it? Supreme Xianqing didn't know Yechen's cultivation level. He felt that Yechen's cultivation level should not be low, so he might not be able to use that thing. Ye Chen smiled and said, I don't need it. I have a 5-star immortal time treasure. You can practice in it for a while and let the treasure recognize its owner earlier. It is not particularly easy to identify the owner of a treasure as high as the Chaos Cauldron. A 3-star level time treasure, a small horse-drawn cart, can at most speed up Xianqing Supreme's time 1,000 times, and consume a lot of time crystals. Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, compared to you, I feel like a beggar. Supreme Xianqing smiled bitterly. 5-star level time treasures are quite rare, and their prices are much higher than attack treasures and defense treasures of the same level. Fellow Daoist Xianqing, we are both human beings and fellow villagers. Let's help each other. Ye Chen smiled. Supreme Xianqing no longer calls himself me, and Ye Chen also quietly changed his title. Supreme Xianqing nodded. Ye Chen quickly arranged for Xianqing Supreme to practice in the time cube. The crystal stone required for practice will naturally be borne by Supreme Xianqing himself. After all, he is a 5-star level expert and has some wealth. Just to let Chaos Cauldron recognize its master, he doesn't need to stay in the time cube for too long. 2 months passed. Supreme Xianqing sent a message to Ye Chen, fellow Taoist Ye Chen, I have asked the Chaos Cauldron to recognize its master, thank you very much. It took him 2 months to accelerate time tens of millions of times. If he hadn't practiced here, he estimated that it would have taken him at least 10,000 years. Fellow Taoist Xianqing, congratulations. You should now have top 5-star immortal strength. Ye Chen asked Xianqing Supreme to come outside the time cube, and he said with a smile. The 6-star immortal level experts in the entire Hongmeng realm can be counted on 2 hands. The current strength of Xianqing Supreme is already ranked high in the Hongmeng realm. It is worth mentioning that although there are less than 10 strong men with 6-star immortality level cultivation, there are more than 10 people with 6-star immortality level strength. If the entire Hongmeng realm, plus the dozens of powerful men from the super first-line universe around it, were ranked, Xianqing Supreme's current strength would already be around 30. It's already pretty good. It turns out that Supreme Xuanking's strength is probably more than 200. Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, are you planning to compete for the Hongmeng Gold List? Supreme Xianqing asked. The Hongmeng Golden List is the combat power list of the Hongmeng universe. Only the top 100 are selected. Those who make the list are all big guys. Any race with people on the Hongmeng Gold List will get more respect. It turns out that Supreme Xianqing had such an idea, but he tried it once and failed to compete for the list. He challenged the 100th ranked expert on the Hongmeng Gold List, and he still failed after fighting for 3 days and 3 nights. He was seriously injured in that battle, and it took him tens of billions of years to recover from his injuries. I have no such plans for the time being. Ye Chen shook his head. He knows the Hongmeng Gold List. Xiaoliu and Hanjian Palace cannot be used as his strength to compete for the Hongmeng Golden List. He currently only has a 3-star immortal level cultivation, and his combat power has only reached a 4-star immortal level. Fellow Daoist Xianqing, do you have such thoughts? Ye Chen asked. Supreme Xianqing nodded, you gave me such a treasure, and now I have reached the top 5-star immortal level. Naturally, I have to fight for it. If I achieve the ranking, the human race's luck in the Hongmeng universe can be enhanced. Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, please wait for my good news. It failed last time, but now Xianqing Supreme is full of confidence. Ye Chen nodded, and Supreme Xianqing quickly left. A few days passed. In many places in Hongmeng universe, huge golden scrolls appear in the sky. Chaos Black City also appeared here. Heaven and earth move. Many strong men in retreat have felt it. When Ye Chen arrived outside the Time Demon, Luo Hanjian and the others also suspended their training. Husband, this is the Hongmeng Gold List. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Luo Hongjian said that she did not appear on the Hongmeng Gold list in the years after she arrived in Hongmeng Universe. The people on the Hongmeng Gold list are all big guys, and not many dare to challenge them. Big bosses who are challenged tend to be ruthless. There are 100 people on the Hongmeng Gold list. As long as you have the courage, you can challenge anyone. The boss being challenged will find it offensive. There are very few people who dare to challenge. Even fewer succeed in the challenge. On average, the Hongmeng Gold list may not be updated even in a million years. Hongjian, you will definitely be on the list by then. And it won't be ranked low. Ye Chen said with a smile. The technique Luo Hongjian practices is special. In Hongmeng Universe, she can now triple her strength. In the future, her basic strength will be stronger and her strength will increase even more. She has a huge advantage. Ye Chen knew that it was entirely possible for Luo Hongjian to be stronger than him here. Even extremely unlikely. Husband, I will fight for it. Luo Hongjian smiled. There were only a few of her own people around, so she was not humble at all. 5 minutes passed, and the huge golden scroll in the sky slowly opened. I wonder who is on the Hongmeng Gold list. Could it be the one who dealt with the strong man from the Golden Snake universe? In the Chaos Black City, many strong men thought to themselves. 2 minutes later, the Hongmeng Golden list was fully unfolded, and names appeared one by one on the Hongmeng Golden list. The race was also marked next to the name. His, Xianqing Supreme is actually ranked 50th. How could Xianqing Supreme's strength have improved so much in a short period of time? Seeing the name on the Hongmeng Golden list, countless people couldn't believe it. Many people are actually more clear about the strength of the more powerful strong men. At the level of Xianqing Supreme, it is difficult to increase strength in a short period of time. Unless you get the top treasure. But the top treasure is not easy to get. Husband, it's Xianqing Supreme. Luo Hongjian's eyes showed surprise. Xianqing Supreme is a strong man of the human race. Ye Chen smiled. I gave him a 6-star treasure. He now has the top 5-star immortal level strength, and there is still room for improvement in the ranking. Xianqing Supreme challenged only the strong man ranked 50, he wanted to be safe. As long as the challenge is successful, you can continue to challenge. If the challenge fails, you will not be able to challenge other strong men for 100 million years. The big guys on the Hongmeng Golden list are not easy to challenge. So that's it? Luo Hongjian and the others showed a look of realization in their eyes. Soon, the Hongmeng Golden list disappeared. Ye Chen and his team were strong, and they could clearly feel that the racial luck of the human race had improved a lot. In this case, Ye Chen and his team will practice a little faster. In addition, it will be easier for the strong men of the human race in the Hongmeng universe to contact the outside world. System, try to contact Chang'e. Ye Chen said in his mind. He had failed many times before, but now the possibility of successful contact has increased a lot. Host, successful contact. The voice of the system soon sounded in Ye Chen's mind. Chang'e, how are you doing? Ye Chen quickly transmitted the voice. His voice sounded in Luo Yudi's mind. Luo Yudi was stunned for a moment, then said in shock, Brother-in-law, I miss you so much. Brother-in-law, the enemies of the underworld sect have gone outside, but they can't get in. Ye Chen's face changed. A strong man from the underworld sect has actually gone there, which is faster than he expected. According to Ye Chen's original estimate, no strong man from the underworld sect should go there within 3 to 5 years. As long as I stay in the Empress Palace, I am invincible. Author, New Di. Chapter 510. Chang'e, when did the powerful man from the Ming sect pass by? What happened? Ye Chen asked quickly. Luo Yudi said, Brother-in-law, the strong men of the Hades sect came here half a year ago, and here comes a very powerful guy, who should be a 5-star immortal level strong man. 3 4-star immortal level experts came, and one of them was captured by us. His system's hidden ability is pretty good, but we still discovered it when he entered the July universe. Luo Yudi and Zi Lanyan are extremely powerful in the July universe. Brother-in-law, have you found Sister Hanjian? Found it, don't worry, we are safe now. Luo Yudi breathed a sigh of relief. Brother-in-law, if there is a situation on your side, you don't have to come back in a hurry, we can still handle it for now. After Luo Yudi finished speaking, she felt disconnected from Ye Chen. The same is true here for Ye Chen. System, what's going on? Host, super long-distance communication consumes a lot of money, and can only last so long. Ye Chen was a little helpless. Fortunately, the important news has been revealed. It was hidden in July universe, but it was found so quickly. The Hades sect knows what's going on there, and maybe there will be more powerful people there. Ye Chen frowned secretly. Black Tiger Supreme system has the ability to adapt, and the Ming sect is very powerful. Maybe there are other strong people who have this ability. Now Luo Hanjian and the others are naturally safe, and the future is really hard to say. If there are special treasures, it is normal for the powerful men of the Ming sect to enter the July universe and not be restricted by the rules of the July universe. When a normal immortal level expert enters, even if he adapts to the environment, he will only have the strength of the top glazed realm. By the way, you can ask Supreme Xianqing to come over. Supreme Xianqing is now at the top immortal level, and the strong men from the underworld sect should not be the opponents of Supreme Xianqing. Ye Chen secretly thought. It's not appropriate for him, Luo Hanjian and the others to go back. It's not that Ye Chen is afraid of the powerful people in Golden Snake Universe, but by signing in with Hongmeng Universe, the chance of getting good things is much higher, and the strength will increase quickly. Have you been staying in July Universe since you went back? Half a month later, the Hongmeng Gold list appeared again, and the rankings were updated again. The ranking of Supreme Xianqing has been raised from 50 to 35th. The luck of the human race has improved again. Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, I want to ask you for a favor. I have to practice in your time treasure to recover from the injury. 3 days after the second Hongmeng Golden List appeared, Supreme Xianqing sent a message to Ye Chen. He arrived at Chaos Black City. He won, but the strong man ranked 35th was also extremely powerful. Supreme Xianqing was seriously injured. Good. Ye Chen agreed immediately. It didn't take long for Supreme Xianqing to go to the time cube to practice in seclusion. With time accelerating millions of times, it took Supreme Xianqing half a month to recover. Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, thank you very much. If you need any help from me, just ask. Supreme Xianqing cupped his hands and said. Ye Chen smiled and said, Fellow Taoist Xianqing, this is just a small favor. But I really need your help in some way. I don't know if it's convenient for you. With that said, Ye Chen talked about the situation in July Universe. Fellow Taoist Xianqing, if it's inconvenient, forget it. Supreme Xianqing waved his hand and said, Fellow Taoist Ye Chen, what are you talking about? The Ming sect is not a force on the Hongmeng Universe. If you offend me, you will be offended. I'll go over there. According to what you said, there may be 6-star immortal level experts from the Hades sect in the future. Ye Chen said, Fellow Taoist Xianqing, you just need to help deal with this group of enemies. In the future, I will find a way for the 6-star immortal level experts of the Ming cult. Speaking of this, a space ring appeared in Ye Chen's hand. Fellow Taoist Xianqing, there is a 5-star immortal class space battleship inside. It's easier for you to use it to get there. It took almost 2 years for Ye Chen and the others to arrive on the 4-star immortal class space battleship. It will take more than half a year to return the 5-star immortal class space battleship. Good. Supreme Xianqing did not refuse. During the long-distance flight, the space battleship was faster than him. Besides, Ye Chen didn't give it to him. Just lend it to him. Fellow Daoist Xianqing, help hide July universe again when you arrive. Ye Chen said. Supreme Xianqing is very powerful. If he helps to hide July universe, it will be impossible for even a 6-star immortal level expert from the Ming sect to find him in a short time. Good. Supreme Xianqing left quickly. After defeating 2 strong men on the Hongmeng gold list one after another, he just left to avoid the limelight. After his strength has increased so much in a short period of time, others must know that he has obtained a powerful treasure. Maybe there are 6-star immortal level experts looking for him now. In the blink of an eye, more than half a year has passed. With time accelerating tens of millions of times, Ye Chen and the others improved very quickly, and Luo Hongjian and the others were about to break through to the 3-star immortal level. Ye Chen is still a little far away from the 4-star immortality. The further you go, the harder it is to improve your cultivation and the more time it takes. Luo Hongjian and the others are one big realm behind Ye Chen in the past, but they cannot be one big realm behind in the future. Almost there. Supreme Xianqing opened his eyes. The space battleship he boarded has arrived at Sea Area 13, not far from July universe. Supreme Xianqing put away the space battleship and moved forward while hiding his breath. July universe has now been found by the strong men of the Hades section. It is no longer hidden. In just half a day, Supreme Xianqing has arrived near July universe. There are indeed 5-star immortal level experts outside the July universe. There are also 2 4-star immortal level experts. It should be mid 5-star strength. Supreme Xianqing thought secretly. The strength of Ming Qiao, a 5-star immortal level expert, was similar to his before, even slightly stronger, but much weaker than he is now. Xianqing Supreme is now more than twice as strong as his opponent. If we act now, I'm afraid it will be difficult to catch them all. Supreme Xianqing did not act immediately, he silently waited for the opportunity. It didn't take long for the opportunity to come. The 5-star immortal level strongman from the Hades sect sent one of the 2 4-star immortal level experts out and asked him to return to the Hades sect and inform him of the situation here. Supreme Xianqing followed the other party far away. The other party can no longer communicate with the other 2 powerful men of the Hades sect. Town. Supreme Xianqing sacrificed the Chaos Cauldron. The Chaos Cauldron became extremely large and suppressed the Ming cult, a 4-star immortal powerhouse. He's a late 4-star. His strength is actually super strong in Sea Area 13, and Death God is not much stronger than him. But facing Supreme Xianqing, a top 5-star immortal powerhouse, he was unable to resist. Not long after, Ming Qiao, a 4-star immortal powerhouse, was captured alive by Supreme Xianqing. Xianqing's hit song returned to the vicinity of July universe. Even if they use forbidden techniques, the combined strength of these 2 powerful men from the Hades sect may not be as strong as him. Of course, if you fight normally, the possibility of them escaping is not low. Having lived for countless billions of years, Xianqing Supreme has rich combat experience, and he quickly came up with an idea. He quietly approached the 2 powerful men from the Hades sect. Originally, the 2 4-star immortal powerhouses were not together with the 5-star immortal powerhouse. They were scattered around July universe, monitoring the entire July universe. Now they are gathered together. What are they talking about? Who? Supreme Xianqing approached, and the 5-star immortal level expert from the Ming sect noticed something was wrong. Drink. Supreme Xianqing did not talk nonsense to them. His power exploded and enveloped the 2 strong men of the Ming sect, and then led them towards the July universe at great speed. Not good. The 2 strong men from the Hades sect quickly sensed something was wrong, and they both immediately used forbidden techniques. Strength surges. However, with the top 5-star immortal strength of Xianqing Supreme, even if they use forbidden techniques, it would be difficult for them to rush out at once. In just 10 seconds, Supreme Xianqing led them into the July universe. In July universe, Luo Yudi and Zi Lanyan are not together now. They are suppressing different areas. Zi Lanyan noticed the entry of Xianqing Supreme and others. The space fluctuated, and Zi Lanyan immediately disappeared. When he reappeared, he was already at the side of Supreme Xianqing and the others. Without special treasures, they were suppressed by the rules of heaven and earth to only the top level of glazed realm. Miss Zi Lanyan, according to your husband Yechen's instructions, I'm here to help. The two of them are strong men of the Hades sect. Supreme Xianqing immediately sent a message to Zi Lanyan, and at the same time a space ring appeared in his hand. Miss Zi Lanyan, here are some things given to you by fellow Taoist Yechen.